Oh, no. Well, what is that mighty score?
11.
Come on, Tim, come and join us.
Tim, return to the green zone.
That was good, Timmy.
Well done.
Tim, you have won $8,000 out of a possible $55,000.
Oh, no. Luckily, we
Logan
have...
Gregg, Tim, Vesna, you have won a total of $33,000 back into the Big Brother prize money. That is all.
Okay, $33,000 is nothing to sneeze at. You're all puffed. Was it much harder than it looked?
Yeah, very much.
It was a lot harder, actually, I'd say.
And it's only the beginning.
Oh, no.
Only the beginning. We have 3 more fabulous games for our housemates to play. There's $400,000 they're trying to reclaim. And Mike, we will have more after the break. Back to you.
Yes, thank you, Gretel. Huey from Huey's Cooking Adventures can have his bungee braces back. What do you think of that?
It was great. Well, Vesna's effort was a bit poor. She's only covered 1 mic fine with $6,000, but, you know, there's a bit to go.
$33,000 is pretty good. It's not bad for the first round, and we've got to keep an eye on this as well, because Big Brother might disqualify that extra $1,000 because Timmy took 2 amounts at the same time. Ooh. And he was only supposed to take 1.
Depends what sort of mood Big Brother's in, you reckon?
Hey, we've got a replay of Tim he had a few filthy stacks there, so take a look at this. Here he goes. God loves a trier, and look at Timmy go. He's like a little bull terrier learning to be walked on a leash.
He's a determined little bugger, isn't he?
He's trying really hard, but it's very comical. It's good.
Nadia, what do you think of all this Friday Night Live shenanigans? Like, would it have been major time in the house easier if you had something like this?
No, we did have those on Saturdays rather than on Fridays.
Oh,
so,
right. But
And how did you go in them, Nadia? How would have you gone in that?
Would I?
Yeah, how would have you gone, all right?
I would have tried my damn best, so we see what happens. I mean, I have no idea how far I would go.
Were your games as difficult as those?
Ours were a little bit more sickening, with like lots of fish guts and roundabouts. It's like more psychological rather than physical.
Ah, right.
It doesn't help when it's all wet, though. It's been a little bit of drizzle out there in the games arena.
Unfortunate for them.
Makes it a little bit slippery and makes you wonder what other games Big Brother has in store and if the whole wet area is going to make any difference. The bungee of death is gone. They won $33,000 from it and still have a further $235,000 they could possibly win. So there's plenty more where that came from. Join us after the break. You're watching Big Brother, the prize fight. Welcome back. It's Big Brother, the prize fight. The last 3 remaining housemates have the chance to win back $400,000 in fines that have been taken away from the $1 million prize money. Thing is, Big Brother is making them work hard for it. What do you reckon's next, panel?
How much harder can he make them work for it? If it's any harder, poor Vesna is just going to crumble.
That was not hard. I want to see a challenge like chuck all the money into a pool of crocodiles or something and see if they've got to get them out of that. I want to see some real challenges where they have to be tested more. Brie, that was too easy.
Watch Gladiators. Is that inspiration from that?
Gladiators, that's what I'm talking about, Nadia.
Duke it out in a boxing ring, you reckon?
Vesna and Tim and Greg, they're all in line for the cash at the end of this.
Yeah.
You know, what's left of the $1 million. Did you catch a vibe in there, Nadia, when you were there about who might be a bit more competitive and who might want the money at the very end? Who's playing the game, so to speak?
You know, there was a few people who were playing the game, but for us, when we did the tasks, because it was money related, we didn't feel passionate enough. If you were to say to us and say, there's a carton of cigarettes or alcohol, we'll be fighting forever. But it was money, because we didn't feel so competitive, wanting that money so much.
What about our housemates here in Australia? Did you catch a vibe from them? Do you think they're a bit competitive right now at the moment in the house?
I think they have, I mean, if they really want this money, they will try to do their best. Let's see what happens. I think it is a lot of money, and I'm sure they're going to work together to achieve that. So let's see what happens.
And who do you think has the money in mind the most?
It's kind of unfair to say because, I mean, the guys are a little bit more physical, they're more strong, they can achieve more than Vesna. So, although Vesna kind of is a little bit funny, you know, and she doesn't try as much, but I don't know, maybe Tim. Tim, I think, is kind of intelligent enough to be competitive when it comes to money, I think.
Well, Nadia, Fitzy, Bree, they're fired up down in the games arena, so over to you, Gretel.
They Thank you very much, Mike. Now, here we are. We've just been talking to the housemates. Tim has, of course, invited me to go and live in Cooper Pedy with him underground and dig for opals.
Yeah.
I think, personally, he's been locked up too many times. Now, Greg, you don't know any of these rules. None of you do.
No.
We're all ready. I'm going to explain to you the next one. The next round is worth $60,000.
Interesting.
The bad news is it's called the Frame of Fear. Shall we have a look? Or would you like me to tell you what it's about first? I'll tell you first.
Yeah.
Okay, the frame of fear is a frame that you stand upon. The higher you go, the more money you earn, okay?
Yeah.
You stand on it. Every metre you go up is worth $1,000, but to get that money, you have to walk across the plank, all right? Pick up a tied ribbon that's on underneath.
Yeah.
Move forward, pick up the next tied ribbon and reach the other end. So basically you're walking along the plank and the height you choose is completely up to you. You're attached to a harness, but the height will determine how much money your walk is worth. Are you ready to see the frame of fear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, over here.
Oh, shit. Look how thin it is. That's it there.
Okay. All right, now Tim, already working out a strategy. Is there anything you want to help the guys with?
I think it's going to have to be the old one after the other, nice and cautious. Just pretend
Okay.
the police have pulled you over and they've asked you to do that line thing.
Oh,
I
okay.
suck at that.
Isn't it?
I suck at
You
that.
sound like you've done it too many times. We're going to go in alphabetical order this time. Now, Greg, you're happy to go first?
Yep.
All right. Are you thinking of a strategy?
I don't know. I'll
Are
see
you
how I
scared
go.
of heights or are you okay?
Oh, I'm a little bit scared of heights actually, but I think I'll be fine.
Okay, how high have you gone? Do you ski? Do you go up on
Yeah, I can
chairlifts?
ski.
Okay, you can do that
Yeah,
sort of thing. You're
just-
used to heights there.
Yep.
This is a mind over matter situation.
Certainly is.
You're going to be tied up.
Yep.
Nothing can happen to you. We will rescue you. It's
Thank you.
all about your brain. Go and tie yourself
I've got
up
a
on
big
there.
brain.
We'll secure you. You don't need a big brain. You need a strong brain, Greg.
Thank you. Yeah.
Roughly how high is 20 metres? Like from
Okay, let's talk about that. A metre is that high.
Yep, 20 times that.
metres,
Yep.
I understand, is about 4 stories of
Yep.
a building.
I don't want to stop.
What kind of building though?
A 4-storey building that people live in, apartments.
Your cat Phoenix would be cool falling that far, so will you.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
And the cat is not attached to anything,
No.
and you will be. Personally, I think it would be quite fun to
Yeah.
fall. Okay?
Really?
Of course, you're tied on. It'll be like flying.
Okay.
And all you've got to do is focus.
Yep.
Just stay focused. Don't look down.
No.
You just keep your balance. You're a dancer. You'll be able to
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and you can choose any height. You can do it at 1 metre if you want, and then the walk is worth $1,000.
Okay.
Okay? So we'll watch, Greg. How are you feeling? Pardon?
Did you say I could kneel? Like not walk
No,
across but when I bend down?
you
I
can kneel to get the ribbon.
Yep.
But otherwise, no, you must
Yep.
be walking.
Okay, cool.
And
All
hold
right.
it like round it like it's a. Do you know what I mean?
Keep
When you go
Okay,
down.
now,
Arms
Greg, I
out,
just want to
Greg.
tell you, Big Brother will stop the crane ascending
Yep.
at 5
And I can
metres.
just point it. Yeah.
So your hand goes up
Yep.
to say I want to continue. It goes straight ahead to say I want to stay at this height.
Yeah, gotcha.
And you can choose any height you want.
Yep.
There are no heroes here. You just do your best.
Okay.
Okay?
Where does he put the ribbon? Sorry.
The ribbon, you just hold on to it with your hand.
And get to the other end.
Yep, and you
Where's the
just go to
ribbon?
the other. See the yellow one there and the yellow one there.
Is there a time limit?
What do you reckon, guys?
Is there a time limit?
What level?
Go all the way.
Apparently, it's not much difference between 15 and 20. Can I just tell you, Big Brother has done this.
Oh, okay, really?
And he's a Nancy. If he can do it, you can do
Why
it.
can't
bet
you
he
show
can.
us first?
See you later.
See you, mate.
Okay, now up he goes.
What's the weather
Now
like
hold
out
on to the medal, okay? Now we're at 2 metres. Everybody at home, that is 2 metres, okay? we are now at about the height of your ceiling. A bit more now. The ceiling's at home. We're now at 3 metres. We're at 4 metres. Now at 5 metres, of course, Big Brother does his first question. Is Greg happy to go higher? Okay, that's 5 metres. Greg. I have to use the megaphone. Greg, are you happy? Yes. Are you happy to go higher?
I'd love to go higher, girl.
He'd love to go higher. Okay, he's turning into a freak. Up he goes.
Take me higher, Greg.
Can you sing at the same time, Greg?
Take me
Let's go and sing at the top.
Higher, baby. Come on. Okay, the little alarm lights are going off, but that's a good thing, not a bad thing.
Why are they going off?
It's just decorative. It doesn't mean there's a problem. I can't see any fires or anything.
It's
Or is it
beauty
8 metres? All right, now we're at 9 metres. How are you going, Greg? Can you call out?
So I can't hear you.
I'm yelling. You can stop. Okay, we're at 10 metres. Arm up or straight ahead?
I got one more, I think.
Okay, he's going up one more. He's pushing it to the limit. Up he goes. Now, as you can see, with this beam, Greg's weight is actually making it uneven, which makes it even more difficult. But you didn't hear me say that, Bess.
Oh, great.
Bess, he's attached. He can't go anywhere.
Okay, no weight gain yet. Great.
Okay, we're at 13 metres. Okay, this is several stories of a building now for everybody at
13 metres,
home.